Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So there's our coal train doing its thing. Gonna hop off before he goes into the tunnel. So we left off the last video just having gotten the steel mill connected to these first two resources, iron and coal. And it hasn't actually even gotten to the point of producing anything yet. Nothing has been delivered. In fact, there's the first delivery of iron right there. So I want to go ahead and get these two connected. They're really not going to, we're not going to need a lot of them yet, a lot of resources from them yet, but I want to get them connected so that we don't have something despawn and, you know, so that it's done. That seems like the right angle for this. Okay, let's go ahead, and I still haven't figured out what's giving me those stupid tracks I don't want. We want two of these. We'll leave that on its default automatic station size, building size. That's not quite right. Well, let's go ahead and put this in first and then worry about it. Put it right there, I think. There. And then perfect. Okay, now let me get this lined up a little bit better. Actually, that looks pretty good. Let's leave it. Go to this, put one platform on this one, and we're just going to go all the way over here. Oh, and we are going to have to be right here because there are not a lot of choices. I'm going to put that there and take a look. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be sending any ships up there. We don't have any city up there or anything. So this should be just fine. Huh. Okay, let's just extend this one a bit. That was a little more than a bit. Yeah, okay, it was an excessive bit. You know what, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It looks good. Smooth this out a bit, and now take this and connect it all the way to there. Why is it elevated the entire way? Whoa, that was no, that definitely did not work. All right, let's try going down this way. It is still doing that. It's just because it's so steep going downhill. Okay, I'll go do this. Same. The whole way we're having to do make a brand new ridge half a continent long. Okay, I think we should probably do this. Let's go across the river. But let's keep it level. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this bridge in. And then from here, we'll... Oh. I hadn't considered the fact that my stations weren't lined up. I should have. Okay. Let's do it from here. Did I put the wrong kind of tracks on these? I did. I ended up putting one of these on there. Oh my goodness. All right. Can I... Yeah, I can just go ahead and replace them. There. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. Looks awful. It looks decently awful. How's that? All right, we can agree on that. And let's see, down to about, really to about here, I guess. You know, I don't like that. Okay, that feels better. Now, we just have to get it the rest of the way here. Yeah, let's not... Oh, you know, maybe we should. I don't really want to go downhill, only to go back uphill again. So we'll go ahead and just build a viaduct over that. And let's see, that might be the right angle for us. That actually looks pretty good. All right, let's keep it. Okay, that is all in place. Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll go ahead and, I guess, make this brown. San Bernardino, iron mine, I don't know. San Bernardino coal mine. Let's see, this we're going to fill partway. We're going to load iron, 50%. And then here we will fill the rest of the way with coal. And we'll fill up the rest of it with coal as best we can. And of course here we're just going to unload iron and coal. Really probably didn't need to do all that. And this is the San Bernardino iron and coal freight. And I need to do something with this. This is no longer a viable option here. Let's put this over here somewhere. There he goes for that flattening again. Well, it has to be that way, Growler. Because we don't want this doing screwy things to us. And what sort of screwy things are you expecting? These days, Growler, just about everything. Let's go ahead and let's bring this down to here. Oh, how am I going to do this? I think I'm going to do this differently. Because that was not what I wanted. There we go. Because we've got to get in on this stuff here. And I want to do it before... Why is this like this? Somehow I managed to do that backwards. That should not be like that at all. Let's pause this. Okay, we're going to come off from here and come on up to there. And then we'll put a one-way signal instead of a two-way signal that's entirely the wrong direction. Put that right there. And let's see, we'll go ahead and grab here again. And we'll come across over to here. And put a two-way signal there. And then, whoa, that was not right. There we go. Can we? No, we can't. Doesn't like that at all. Let's do it like from here. Good enough, I think. I'm not going to complain about it too much. I gotta get zoom down in here to get it to connect where I want it. Good enough. And here we'll just put the signals right there. And that should work out okay. And we do need to make sure that we have an even number of these. I'm pretty sure if we do it the way we did it last time, it should work out perfectly. 29. No, it didn't work out perfectly. Okay, 28. And this we want to be the San Bernardino iron and coal freight. Okay. So that's all set. So this guy should be running. And I don't think these guys are sending enough just with the one train on each. So hopefully that'll mean we'll start getting some coming in from here. All right. So now from here, we want to go north. Let's line up with this edge here. All right. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Tracks. Sort of feel like we're going to want to come through here. I'm just going to run this straight for a moment because I just want to see. Actually, that's pretty good. You just have the one viaduct there. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's see. I think that's all okay. What on earth am I looking at here? That was not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Freight. I think all we need is two. One for the plastics and one for the steel. We'll put that right there. Oops. And then let's come off from here onto here. That looks just about perfect, actually. It wants us to merge with it right there. Oh, we're losing a lot of speed on that, though. Admittedly, we're losing it at the end that we don't really need a lot of speed. But I still like keeping it somewhat consistent. Well, I think it's just going to have to be the way it is. There. Get rid of this extra. Digging into the hillside here quite a bit. There we go. I don't know why half the time it'll work from one direction but not the other. Okay. And then we'll run this one all the way back to where we started. That looks right. Now, we want the same thing from this direction, and I screwed up my angle, didn't I? Oh well, it'll be what it is. All right, let's see. Let's try like going from here to here. And then going from here to here. How does that work out for us? That looks actually really good. We maintain our speed. It's nice, you know, looks pretty even slope. Bring it all the way down to here. Then all we have to worry about is coming out of here, which I was going to put it right here. Oh yeah, I've still got one free I'm not using here. It's perfect. I'm going to move you to 2 though. So what we want is to come off from here over to here. That is an awful curve. Let's take this back off for a moment. I'll redo that in a minute. I want a wider curve there. In fact, let's get rid of this too. Let's pause this. You're going to try to stop pausing it so much. Yeah, I know, but it's a necessity in this case. Okay. Now, make almost to 100 there. I'd like to get this a little bit better. Let's say that's 105. 104. I think that's the way it's going to be. And then we can come off from here, right there. Cool. And yes, once again, we're going to be this is going to end up being way back. Okay, let's try for this. Can we just cross that? I think we can. I think that works fine. I'll just put that right there. And now just get rid of this and do our signals. Okay, now let's make this curve is going to suck. I know it's going to suck, but it's going to have to be what it is. I'm going to have to get rid of these. So we're going to come off from here, right off the bridge there. Actually, that curve does not suck as bad as the other one does. We do need to address the speed a bit. I guess that's 85. It's even all the way, so that's as good as we're going to get. There. And let's see, we want that like that. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to go put that there. This here. This here. 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 And here. There. That all looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit of smoothing here and delete these extra signals right here. That'll be for our plastics plant, which is our last thing to connect here. Right here. So we will do 2 platforms again. Go. And then the question is, how do I want to connect these? Let's just go straight from there first off. How does that look? Not too bad. I think I'm just going to fill that in with earth. you know what? I think I'm actually going to come back to here. Let's keep that flat. And then can we bring this all the way around to here? That's actually not too bad. If we move this back a little bit, that will definitely work. So let's go ahead and I'll adjust this. I've definitely got to find out what has put all those extra tracks. I hate that. It just drives me up the wall when we get something like that. I think that will work. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Then we have to do, all we have to do is run this back. And hope I put this all on the right side. I did actually have it on the right side, so that worked out nicely. Let's see here. So we got steel incoming. Oh, yes, I did this wrong. Because I need to be able to send oil through here. So I'm going to back this off and put a pass-through track down the center. And then we should be good to go. And of course that resulted in me having to be above, or having to redo almost everything there because everything was off. All right, let's run this right along here. Why do you want to be in a tunnel? You're not going to be in a tunnel. Don't care. If I have to dig through you, I will. Okay, let's leave that. And cross. Don't know why it likes that. Why, that is a long downhill slope there. Okay, then we're going to come across here, and of course it doesn't like that. Probably because this is still going downhill, and so it wants to go downhill right into the water. And all you really have to do is just cut it back a little ways, and there you go. Perfect. Okay, so now let's take these out. So really what I could use is pass-through track on this too. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. The nice thing about this here is that we don't actually have to do anything goofy crossing back into traffic, because this is only going to be on this one side. And actually, I'm just going to run this past that and do that. And then for signals, I'm going to put... yeah, I'll put one right here. And then right here, we'll go there. Let's actually move. Well, no, we'll leave that. That's fine. Okay, now I've got this across here. What we need to do is just get him onto there somewhere. And I think what I need to do here is run this straight over to here, except I want you level. There we go. And then we can actually start from right here where this... I really do need to do this the other way, don't I? Because if I do it the way I just did it, that makes that longer than necessary. Which just means that it's all going to be unhappy with me. And actually, I'm going to leave that alone for right now. Now we can grab this from here. Oops, nope. Let's do it from the far side. Do it right here. That curve doesn't look right. Looks closer. I'd say about there is right. Okay, speed sucks the whole way. But that does look like a proper curve at least. So this is going to be our refined oil delivery to the plastics plant. Okay, let's go ahead and get these routes set up. So we need refined oil going from here down to here. We'll make this black. And Overland Park plastics. Yeah, that's good enough. And this is San Bernardino refined oil freight. Too bad I can't haul the plastics back. So we're going to have to wait until full there. And I want you on platform 2 on this end. Okay, now we need a line going from here to here. Then we'll make that purple. And you're going to wait until full at this end. And this is the San Bernardino goods factory, even though it's nowhere near San Bernardino. This is Overland Park plastics freight. Okay, and last but not least, we need one from here going to here. And we'll make it that. You'll also wait until full. And this is the Overland Park steel freight. All right. Do we have a building here? No, we don't. Oh, yeah, we do. We have one right here. There we go. Ooh, we got a new train. We got the 10-wheeler. Yeah, this is better all around. Excellent. Just when we needed a new train with better capacities. We'll make this as long as we can here. There we go. And then we'll use this one here to do the other two. There we go. And you're going to be steel. And that's as long as you're going to get. Over them. There it is, steel freight. And then the last one is boxcars. And we're still using our original boxcars, it looks like. And that's 320 exactly. And this is Overland Park Plastics. Unable to find a route. Okay. And it could not find a route because I screwed this up. Let's go ahead and delete all of it. And had it connecting to the wrong side of the track. I want it connecting to this side of the track. There. Now we should be able to go to Overland Park's plastics. Cool. Of course, we're not delivering goods anywhere yet. All right, we're finally, it took a while, believe me. We are finally just about to get the goods factory started. This is our first load of plastics. We only have 82. We don't even have a full train yet. It took a long time to get the oil all the way down there to the plastics plant. I might rethink how I'm doing that, but that'll have to wait for the next episode. So we've got everything going for our steel, for our plastics, and to get the goods being produced. We just don't have any place to send them yet. But that'll be the task for the next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.